Hi, I am Maya. What is your name? I like that. I will read a story to you. It is called Kumba and Kumba Amul. The story of Kumba and Kumba Amul is one of the most popular folk tales in the Gambia, a small West African country. It is the story of two stepsisters who live in the same house with the same mother, but are treated very differently. What will happen when each sister takes a magical journey? Let's find out. Are you ready? Fantastic. Let's begin. Once upon a time, there were two stepsisters who lived together. One was called Kumba because her mother was still alive. The other was called Kumba Amul, for she had lost her mother. Kumba Amul's stepmother was mean to her, but kind to her stepsister, Kumba For most days, Kumba played while Kumba Amul did chores. One morning, after Kumba Amul had washed all of the utensils, her stepmother called out angrily, "The calabash bowl is dirty. Take it and go scrub it in the Sea of Danyan." Kumba Amul did not know how to find the Sea of Danyan, but she did not dare to question her stepmother. She picked up the calabash and left the compound. Kumba Amul crossed forests, hills, and streams. At sunset, she came upon a baobab tree shaking down its own fruits. She reached to grab some, then pulled her hand back, remembering it was rude to take them without being offered. "Where are you going, my child?" asked the enchanted baobab tree. "To the Sea of Danyan to wash this calabash," she politely replied. "Take these fruits with you and go in peace," responded the tree. Kumba Amul thanked the tree and chewed the fruits heartily. They lasted until the second day, when she came across another curious sight. Over a fire, a cooking pot was filling itself with vegetables. Surprised at the sight of a pot stirring its own stew, Kumba Amul nearly forgot her manners. She quickly greeted the pot, and the pot greeted her in return. "For your kindness," said the cooking pot. "Please taste some of my stew." At the end of the third day, Kumba Amul came across a woman who had only one eye and one tooth. "I am very lonely," said the woman. "Please come hear my stories and spend the night with me." Kumba Amul respected her elders and followed the lady. After a night of stories and restful sleep, Kumba Amul was ready to go on her way. "But since the woman showed kindness, I will do her favors in return." Kumba Amul swept the courtyard and filled the old woman's water jars. As a reward, the old woman told Kumba Amul exactly how to get to the Sea of Danyan. Kumba Amul washed her calabash, then returned to thank the woman. The woman handed Kumba Amul 3 eggs to take on her journey home. "Break the first egg at the edge of the forest, the second one in the middle of the forest, and the third at the end of the forest," said the woman. "Do not mix them up." Kumba Amul took the eggs carefully so she could remember which was which. As she entered the forest, she broke the first egg. At once, an army on horseback stampeded out and gathered around her protectively. When she reached the middle of the forest, Kumba Amul broke the second egg. Out came hyenas, lions, and pythons. She opened her mouth to scream, but the army chased the wild beasts away before she uttered a sound. Finally, Kumba Amul reached the other end of the forest. She broke the third egg. Merchants, musicians, and storytellers sang drum songs and presented her with bags of gold and fine clothes. On their arrival at the village, everyone came out to meet Kumba Amul. "Look at all your sister has earned," snapped their mother. "Kumba you must go wash a calabash in the Sea of Danyan." Kumba clutched the calabash and ran out of the village. She soon passed the baobab tree that could shake down its own fruits. Without greeting the tree, she swiped as many fruits as she could carry. Later, Kumba came upon the magic cooking pot. Without asking, Kumba grabbed the stirring spoon and slurped up all of the stew. The next day, the old woman invited Kumba into her house for stories. "I don't have time for tales," snapped Kumba. "Show me the way to the Sea of Danyan." Despite her dreadful manners, the old woman showed Kumba the way to the Sea of Danyan. When Kumba returned, the woman gave her 3 eggs. Kumba yanked them from her hands and did not listen to the instructions. At the edge of the forest, Kumba picked up the largest egg and broke it. Out came wild beasts. Kumba dropped the calabash and ran, never to be seen again. That afternoon, a vulture snatched up the clean calabash bowl and dropped it in front of Kumba mother. Her mother cried. She knew her daughter's bad manners were learned from her own cruel treatment of Kumba Amul, who was now married and gone. In her new house, Kumba welcomed many children and stepchildren, whom she brought up to be well-mannered and kind. She loved each and every one of them with all of her heart, and if you can believe it, they all loved her back even more.